Well, hello, it's you again. I was just strolling around my place in this very casual kimono. I just woke up. I actually just woke up as this thing on my head hints. And yeah, I look like this in the morning. It is definitely not 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't know why I have this accent, but I'm keeping it now. I'm Davina, painter, singer-songwriter, former fashion designer. Over here we talk about style, art, culture. Yeah, welcome. Okay, let's talk. I have seen this trend crawling its way up for years, disguising itself in eclectic decors, hiding in maximalist homes, and crawling up the walls with its pastel colors. But now it's a thing. I am presenting to you. I need a band. Definitely need a band for some drum rolls. The only one, Millennial. And I don't mean grand as in big. I mean grand as in granny, grandpa, grandma, yeah. Nostalgia. It's granny meets Instagram, or Instagram meeting granny. It's actually an editor from House Beautiful who named it, because she thought everybody here just likes modern, boring, white and gray houses, while I needle and do like crochet and embroidery stuff every evening. And then she realized this is a movement. I'm not the only one crafting away and just filling my home up with ruffles and things like this. And so Grandmillennial was born. I also think that it's about comfort, warmth, being able to relax. We get tired of being these badass independent people, running around everywhere having our shit together. We need to get home to some lace, to some pillows, to some warmth, to some comfort food. Am I right? Think of your house as your grandma taking care of you. So, ruffles, embellishments, draperies, patterns. Did I say it once? Patterns, twice, 3 times. It's a thing. Patterns on fabrics, on wallpaper, and not new patterns, no, the old things. You guessed it, that your grandma likes. I'm gonna show you it here, and here, and here. So yeah, of course, I love it, I adore it, I'm a fan. Also, can we talk about tableware? I feel like that's my favorite thing about Grandmillennial. The food. Of course I do. I love the whole idea of making it very old school table. I think that is really amazing. The whole cottage way of eating, having it being super inviting. Just get all of that old porcelain, that old china, get it out. Yes. Flowers, chandeliers, the classic Royal Copenhagen, the vintage ones, and Spode. Also think cutlery. Go overboard with that. I mean, Grandmillennial. Forget the white walls, put some wallpaper on it, or some color. And curtains, fabrics, tons of them. I'm even talking like tassels and lace, layers of lace, layers of patterns. Get your crochet out, your embroidery kit, and your weaving tools, because this is about to get crafty. Should we even call this Netflix and chill? It's like Netflix and crafting, basically. Needle stitching, let's not forget needle stitching. I really feel like this is the House of Hackney gone mainstream, toned a bit down. So there is also this Victorian touch to it, I feel like. But the whole Victorian trend, that's actually a whole trend of its own. But there are definitely some similarities in between those two. Granny, Victorian, see? Makes sense. So talking about House of Hackney wallpapers, panoramic wallpapers, I would definitely completely indulge Joseph Dufour. Or Zuber, Orientalist, Chinoiserie, Toile de Jouy. And in terms of colors, just remember this kimono. Let this serve as the mood board for you. Light pinks, light greens, light blues. Think of it as a cocoon. And mix the styles up. I like to think of it as eclectic, but more nostalgic focused patterns. And more layers and fabrics as well. Now the trick here is to not go overboard. And this is why I think that eclectic with The granny twist is more of an appropriate word because it's really about curating the pieces that you showcase. So not all patterns mix and match, and they need to have this nostalgic granny feel to them. So don't go and pick up patterns from the 80s and 90s. That's too recent. Go older. Go way older. And instead of getting all of your things out at once, try and pick one thing of each that really makes the statement that you wanted to make. Because you still want this to look cool and fresh and new. Stop everything. Did you hit the like button? Did you comment? Did you subscribe? Come on. So yeah, basically it's a bunch of 20-year-old and 30-year-olds really attracted to what is considered to be outdated or too much or cluttered, but they make it look cool. Wait, let me show you the perfect example. See this very dusty lamp? Grandmillennial. Also flea market in Denmark, but this is actually French. Hey candle, making it look cool and you. Grandmillennial. I personally also see a lot of travel in it, from Venice to Chinese ceramics to French country style. It references a lot of different regions in the world, and I feel like that is really what being a millennial today is about. It's like we have a very global culture, and this seems to take it even further, as in taking the past in from all different times and mixing it in a very cool way, in a very personal way. So basically, don't clutter it too much, or if you do, like, okay, then do it, but just keep it fresh. I guess it's, again, about developing that eye and that taste. Hopefully, you've now seen so many Grandmillennial places that you actually know what it is. So that's good. And I really find that it really makes you want to have cake a lot. Advent Style, a must-watch documentary. Iris Apfel, and also for a fashion take on this, I'm thinking about Irish designer Simone Roca. The Simone Roca woman looks like she's living in a cottage, but she's still super cool and strong, like she's hiding to catch dragons or something. Contrast, comfort. Grandmillennial. 'Cause I'm a badass independent lady. Cause I'm a badass independent lady. Oh, come on, cause I'm a badass independent lady. On the board now, I'm a badass independent lady. On the girls now, I'm a badass independent lady. Come on now, lady. Come on now, lady. Woo, cause I'm a badass independent lady. Badass. Okay, time to go now.